We got one preseason game left. Just how much are you going to play your core? Is it a tune-up, or is it you already know what you got, and are we going to mix up the lineup again?
No, there'll be a combination of the two. I want to play them. I'd like to get them even some fourth quarter run, depending on how the flow of the game is going. I feel pretty good about where we're at and what we're doing, and obviously every coach wants more time and experience with different groupings. So there's stuff we're definitely still evaluating and looking at. But we're going to play them some good minutes tomorrow night.
I know it's nothing that you can really control, but when you go back and do evaluations and look at stuff, does it make it more difficult when the other teams don't have their full complement of bodies out there?
No. Well, does. Yeah, but you can still see we can still see what we're looking for. There's some stuff with Davion we'd love to see against certain guys just because he's never played against them before. But for the most part, we're trying to see how we're playing. I thought we've got offensively we're getting a lot of the type of shots we want to get to. The rebounding and some of that stuff, we have to continue to be better. And for us to be good at that, it's about guards. Are they building the habits of coming back in and from the perimeter to help rebound as opposed to staying and watching? And all that type of stuff we can see no matter who we're playing against.
I may have missed this at the beginning, Coach, but do you plan on playing pretty much everybody tomorrow, or at least some minutes, or what's your plan?
Yeah, we're going to play the guys, the guys that have been playing some pretty heavy minutes. Nothing wild, but they'll play first and second half minutes, and then we'll from there we'll try to look at some groupings again as we get into that second half.
What's your overall assessment of the camp? I mean, I know from a preseason game. Obviously you guys haven't won all 3 preseason games. There's certainly a lot more to it than that. But where are you at right now with your, level of happiness with the way training camp is going?
Yeah, it's been good because it's all we talk about is building habits, right? How we want to play. Are we doing that? Are we doing that every day? And we are. And we have to get a lot better still. And we got to clean up some of the fouls. But for the most part, every time we come in here, we're competing at a very high level. Guys are pushing each other. They're bought in, and as long as we can keep doing that day after day and stacking days, as the guys are always saying, we're going to be just fine.
I think Vogel said LeBron is supposed to play. Is that one of those matchups you were talking about, Davion? Are you as excited as maybe others are to see him maybe get matched up on LeBron once or twice?
Look, we're excited that we have Davion. I'm not going to throw Davion under like that and say I'm excited to see him have to guard LeBron one-on-one. But what I'm excited for is what I said last time. Anytime he can play against people is great experience for him. He's a young player. He's got to learn the league. He's got to learn players' tendencies. And look, LeBron's one of the greatest players of all time. So if he gets switched on him, it'll be good for his experience. But I wouldn't say that I'm excited to watch that. That's where our team defense should be kicking into play if that's the matchup, especially if it's down in the block.
Is there maybe some more value to him matching up against Rondo, a guy who's doesn't have the same size as LeBron, but is so savvy?
Absolutely, Rondo and Westbrook. That for Davion to get that type of experience is awesome, and not just him. It's Tyrese. Tyrese has only been in the league for a year, right? So, the difference between having to guard Westbrook, who's been the most explosive guard in the league for the last however many years, and then switching over to Rondo, who's a master of creating angles and reading defenses, and that's the stuff that has me excited for his growth, but also the growth of our defense.
How do Marvin and Buddy look for tomorrow?
They should play. They were both part of practice today.
Everyone else part of practice?
Yeah, we were fully cleared to have everyone today.
For tomorrow night, what's your plan now? Obviously you have a week to go before the regular season. Is there, how do you attack that after tomorrow night?
Yeah, so we kind of last preseason game, reevaluate everything, have some meetings, set up the final week of practice, which will consist of some really hard practices earlier in the week. Rest day, recovery day, and then some practices that are more built around just the cleanup of the execution of what we're trying to do as we head into the first game.
Who's
Rico
Two more questions,
has a
guys.
big reputation around the league. All the players have known him a long time. What is he? Just talk a little bit about the work he does here and what he's brought to this organization.
It's great. We talk a lot all the time about the culture we're building here, and that starts with the people that work for the organization. And it was Rico's done an unbelievable job. It's why we promoted him. You want people in here that work hard, that help set the example for the players. And you come in here on an off day 2 days ago, and the entire team's in here, and they're all working, and they're getting treatment, and they're in the weight room on an off day. And to me, that's what culture is about. That's what you're trying to build. And once you get that in place, and you can, again, going back to stacking days, you can just do it day after day after day. Eventually, you build success. So, Rico is a big part of that, as are the other coaches.
What is Joe?
Last question,
Joe
guys.
talking about, and what does he bring here?
Yeah, we were just talking basketball. He's watching training camp, and obviously Joe's, one of the great players in this league, and defense and offense. So just pick his brain a little bit on what he's seeing.
Thank you, guys.
You got to ask Joe that.